Hi there, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm doing fantastic. Today, I'll be talking about a fragrance from the house of Maison Alhambra, Lattafa Maison Alhambra. So, I have with me the newest release. This is called Lava. See the textured box. This is eau de parfum concentration, 100 ml juice. The bottle is interesting. So, this is the bottle. You can see the juice color. See this rocky surface. The bottle looks okay. Lava written here. So some people will like it, some will dislike it. 50-50 for me. I like it, I also don't like it. So Lattafa, Lava, Maison Alhambra Lava. I purchased this fragrance from Fragrantica Bangladesh. Thanks to Fragrantica Bangladesh for the quick dispatch. So this is how it shoots the juice. Very good atomizer, see? Now I have the dry down on my other hand. This fragrance, how does this one smell? What fragrance is this one cloning? So I'm here to talk about it. So this fragrance, you can see the click on cap. Let me read out the notes first. I've written down the notes. This one contains spearmint and lavender right at the top. Then the mid contains geranium and cedarwood, and the base contains styrex and oak moss. So these are the notes. I was actually intrigued with the spearmint note when I saw the notes breakdown. So probably this is the reason I purchased this fragrance and I wanted to review this. So spearmint up top. But now, how is the smell? This fragrance to me is an aromatic woody fragrance. Yes, aromatic woody fragrance. So this fragrance reminds me of few fragrances. Firstly, this one reminds me of Antonio Banderas' part of Seduction, which is an inspired version, you can say, of Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, or you can say Montblanc Legend. So in a way, this one has this Montblanc Legend DNA, Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce DNA, but because of the mint note, this one is slightly closer to the Montblanc Legend Blue DNA. Okay, so I get this minty DNA, but nothing extremely minty, nothing cooling. This just has this minty green edge, aromatic edge from the lavender, very lavender dominant. So I get this lavender minty tone up top. Has this citrusy vibe, probably because there is bergamot, maybe not listed, but I'm getting some sort of citrusy tone. So citrusy, fresh, minty, very aromatic in terms of the lavender. Easily reminds me of Montblanc Legend DNA. So the black bottle. So Montblanc Legend, why? Because I can get this lavender, this geranium-like feel from Montblanc Legend that I'm also getting in this one. This one also has this geranium in the mid face. Yep, the mid face, I get this floral tone. This geranium is playing its part. Has this spiced up floral. Also has this aromatic edge. The lavender is still playing its part. So this one becomes woody, very woody in the dry down. So like I told you, the geranium, the lavender, the moss, the oak moss reminds me of Montblanc Legend, reminds me of Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, also reminds me of Percival, PdM Percival. So yep, first when I actually tried this fragrance, when I actually initially bought this fragrance and I tried this one, I was actually getting reminded of Ajmal Blu, which is also a clone of Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, or you can say Montblanc Legend. So yes, this one, to me personally, I feel like this is inspired by the Montblanc Legend DNA, and because of the mint, this is slightly closer to Montblanc Legend Blue. So I get the Percival type of feel as well. But interestingly, the geranium and the oak moss to me also gives this toned down platinum egoist type of feel. Yes, overall, this is a mixture of all those fragrances. I'm not saying this is a direct clone of any particular fragrance, This one is like a mixture of all those fragrances I mentioned. So this starts up fresh, aromatic, has this floral nuance in the dry down phase, especially the geranium, slightly spicy geranium in the mid phase. Then in the dry down, the cedar wood plays its part. In the far dry down on my skin, even on my clothing, I get this sweetness, this ambery kind of sweetness with this musky tone. So the ambery musky tone reminds me of Ajmal Blu, reminds me of Calf, the fragrance Calf from Mohammed Al Maghribi. So all those fragrances. The geranium lavender also reminds me of platinum egoist. So as I told you, all those fragrances mixed together, you get this. Not a direct dupe of anything, but at least for me, not a direct dupe of anything, but has the vibes of all those fragrances. So the smell is nothing groundbreaking. The DNA is quite familiar. So, yep, nothing new, but a very good DNA. Refreshing, has this fresh, has this minty, has this fuchsia type of vibe as well. So, very good DNA, will work really well in summer season. In summers, this is going to work really well. You can rock this all year round, no problem. So performance what I got is more or less 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours on my skin and clothing combined. So might get better because this is a new batch. So projection, I got 1 hour to 1.5 hours of decent projection. The projection is good, I must agree. This creates a good scent trail, a very nice scent bubble around you. So I keep getting the wafts of this fragrance. So continuously for 1.5 hours, this one was projecting quite nicely. So 4 hours, I'm not complaining. Overall longevity. So projection of 1.5 hours, like I told you, decent longevity for a new fragrance, might get better. So yes, nothing new. Overdone DNA, I think. But for the price, this can be a good pick for beginners. This can be a good pick for people out there who are looking for refreshing fragrance that has mint, that has aromatic vibe, that has this slight bit of fuchsia tone because of the moss. So this can be a good fragrance for those people. Okay, pricing wise, you'll get this fragrance within $18 or $20. In Bangladesh, the pricing is more or less 2200 taka to 2500 taka depending on the seller. So there you go. So this is the fragrance I talked about today, Alhambras, Maison Alhambra's Lava. So what did I miss? I talked about the smell, the pricing, the occasion, the smell. Nothing is left. Occasion. I missed the occasion. I talked about the weather scenario. Occasion, you can rock this fragrance whenever, however you want. Inoffensive fragrance might garner you compliments. There is a chance this will garner you compliments because the DNA is very nice. Uplifting DNA. This one has this intriguing DNA. So good fragrance, but like I told you, overdone DNA. So for newcomers out there, for fragrance lovers out there, fragrance enthusiasts who are looking for a fragrance that is under $20, within $18 to $20, you can try this fragrance. Good fragrance, smell wise good, performance decent. So overall, Maison Alhambra Lava is a decent fragrance. The new release I talked about today. So I think I've covered everything regarding this fragrance. I'll see you guys next time with another fragrance review. Take care, everyone. Peace.